In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a MazeBot. So we're going to build on top of the last video you would have watched, which is where you created the sensor array using 3 infrared lights. Now, we're going to add a motor board so that we can activate the motors, as well as a few supporting struts and batteries. Now, before we begin, make sure you've got the right tools. Okay, you're going to need a small flathead screwdriver, you're going to need a hot glue gun, and just make sure that everything is nearby, so all your parts and things. Okay, what we're going to do first is we're going to attach the switch for the motorboard battery to one of the supporting arches. So you should have 2 of these in your pack. Just grab one of those, make some space, and then look for the switch that has been soldered to a battery snap. Now with your switch, there should be a washer and a bolt. Okay, we're going to take the switch that has no bolt or anything on it, you can see all the thread there, and we're going to put it through the hole at the top of the arch. Then we're going to put the washer over the top, and then put the bolt on and fasten it down so that sits nice and tight there. I'm just going to finger tighten mine. If you want to get like a small wrench, you can to tighten that up, but I think a finger tightening will suffice. Okay, next up you need to get your motor driver shield and also one of these center plates and a piece of double-sided tape, which should be in your pack. Okay, so that's actually quite big, so that might be the one for Arduino. Get your double-sided tape, put it in the middle roughly, and then peel off the protective bit to expose the other sticky side. And then if you look at the center plate this way, go and put your motor driver board just there. Okay, so if you're looking at it like this, you should see the green gates on this side. Okay, while we're here, go and get your flathead screwdriver and just open all those gates up so that we can start putting in the wires for the motors soon. Okay, so let's go and get our chassis, and we're going to move the Arduino down a little bit, just off the side, and we're going to attach the motors to the driver board. So motor A should be your left motor. So we'll take the wires from motor A and put them into the A positive and A minus. Okay, your wire should show which is positive and which is minus. Minus is normally, in this case, it's a grey wire with a black line. It might be a black wire, or it'll be a darker wire, or have a dash on it to indicate which one that is. So according to whatever sign is on the wire, go and attach that now. Okay, and do the same for the other motor. Okay, next up, we'll grab the arch with the switch, and we're going to just hold it there for now, and we're going to put the positive, which in this case is the red one, they should all be red, into where it says VIN on the motor driver board. Again, just the gate should already be open, just need to tighten it by using the flathead screwdriver. And the black one, the black wire, is the ground. That just goes in there like that, and tighten using the screwdriver like so. Okay, that will actually sit, the center plate will actually sit into the chassis. Like so. And just gently push it in. There it goes. So it's sitting in there now. Okay, and I should have also mentioned the arch goes into those two holes there. Okay, while we're here, we just go and put in. It's tipping over because the center of gravity is being pushed over by the Arduino. There should be some supports in your pack like this. You can go and pop those in to help keep the arch in place. Okay, like that. Okay, so next up we're going to put in the pins for the motors. But before we do that, I'm just going to get another one of these center plates, and we're going so pop your double side tape on like this, take the protective wrapping off, and then stick the back of the Arduino onto this center plate, like so. Alright, and then, just like you do with the motorboard driver, go and put it into the holes, match the holes up in the middle, and it should stand on its own. So next up, we need to connect our motor driver shield to our Arduino. So you're going to need 4 male to female wires like this, like these, and we're going to start with, from the motor shield, iron 1, and iron 1 goes to pin number 5. Pin number 5 on the Arduino. So just go thread it through around to where the pins are on the Arduino, and it should be the first one after the infrared sensors. Okay, now for iron number 2. This is a little bit of a tricky process, but if you take your time, you'll get it. Just don't apply too much force. Okay, and that goes to pin number 6. So I'm threading from IN pins on the motor driver shield to the pins on the Arduino. Okay, so go and do that for IN 3 to pin number 7 and IN 4 to pin number 8. So see how I've just threaded those from the motor shield to the Arduino. Okay, next up, and again, whoops, we'll get another female to male, and this time around it's for the ground from the motor driver shield to ground on your Arduino. Now remember how in the last activity we set up all our grounds for the infrared sensors? Remember how we put them into the one channel? So we're going to feed this through to the Arduino, and there should be one space left on that channel for it to go into, which is perfect. So now we've put a ground on that as well. So that's pretty much the internals of the MazeBot. Now we're going to do the support structures, which will give it a lot more strength. Okay, so get a arch like this and pop this one at the front. There should be holes for it to line up with. Sometimes they can be a bit tricky to get in. Alright. And then we're going to get the combs. Well, they're not combs, but they look like it. And what they do is just support all these plates and the arches together so that they sit properly, and we won't have to just balance them as much as we were before when we're putting all the components in, because this should balance it for us. There we go. That's one on that side, and then there's another one for the other side. Once you have the combs on, it's a lot more sturdy. So once you have both of them on like that. So to finish off, we're going to put the supports on, and these are the supports for the arches. So they just go in like this one does. Okay. We should find pre-cut holes for them to fit in. One on the chassis, and then actually one on the leg of the arch as well. They should hopefully pop in as easily as you see me doing them. So I've got all of them on now. Please pardon the different colours. I kind of just grabbed whatever parts I could. Next up, to make sure the different sensors at the front there don't get confused, we're going to use these separators. So they just pop in to those cuts there. You should only need 2. And that one seems a bit loose, so I'll try this other one. should fit snugly. Okay, next up, I've got to get one of these battery holders. I'm going to get some hot glue. Yes, that's definitely a lot better this time around. Just hold that for 20 seconds or so, it should form a really good bond with the chassis. Yeah. Okay. Then, while I've got the glue gun here, just go around and just attach, sorry, not attach, but go and put some glue on those supports near the arches to just give them a bit more of a, to make the MazeBot a bit sturdier. When it comes to robotics and projects like these, hot glue guns are your friend. And it's not that we're expecting our robot to get too many knocks. When we do drive it through the maze, we do drive it pretty slow. Would be a little bit disappointed if students, turn up their motors real high. But if you think about the scenario, we're trying to find our way out of the maze. You wouldn't go running into the walls that you wouldn't know are there. You would be going slowly. Okay, but anyway, the hot glue just make it just a lot sturdier for, if it does get a couple of knocks or something like that. Okay, that battery holder should be ready to go now. So 9-volt battery just goes inside the jaws like that. And then the battery snap for the motor shield can just go on top of it like that. And last but not least, we need another battery and also a battery snap with a barrel connector on it. And this is going to power our Arduino. So you can plug the Arduino in there, and you can just rest the battery there. Now, it won't start driving until the motors get switched on, so this switch is in off at the moment. So once you flick that up, your motors will start driving according to what your sensors say. If you recall to the last lesson, you need to calibrate the sensors first, so make sure you do that before you flick that switch. Okay, and of course, put your code on it. Right, so that's the MazeBot.